Good evening, YouTube. Not used to me doing it, are you guys? It was pretty brutal.
That was awesome.
I'm
You're
out of.
supposed to sound like Robin Williams, not like demoralize his name.
I'm a little out of practice. I don't do it very often,
Wow.
so I got to get some more practice. What's up, everyone?
Definitely need some practice.
Welcome to our final egg cutting of 2020. Making sure all of our sound
Audio is appropriate.
Why isn't my video playing over here? This is weird. All right, whatever. So we got a couple beers here. We actually gonna do a little shout out here. Baller's Garage. Thank you for the shirts. Jim's got his. We got custom ball python racks and more. Baller's Garage. Jim's got his shirt. I got mine. Nice bright orange. And Dave had brought us over some nice drinks here. Over here, so they're both by Transcend Beer Crafters. Jim's doing the True Colors Perplexed. Is that what it is? Yeah, Perplexed. And I'm doing the Chasm Milk Stout. I didn't even actually look to see what the alcohol content was on either one of these.
This one's sitting at a 6.
This one's sitting at an 8.2. Wow, look at that. So Jim's is a sour, right?
Fruited sour.
Fruited sour.
And there's a lot of fruit in this. It's crazy.
It's
you just see it when
thick.
it pours.
Wow, look at that color. That color looks really good.
I can't get a blue towel.
Jim's making a little mess. So how's everybody doing tonight?
So Tuesday.
So Tuesday.
Yeah, I know Northeast has a really nice beer selected for this evening. Wow, that is fantastic. That's not even a full sip, and that is amazing stuff right there. True Colors.
Yeah, I like the cans. The artwork looks pretty cool. So, my extremely dark beer and Jim's very, very pink beer. Reddish pink. Maybe maroon.
Blackberry, blackcurrant, raspberry, and pomegranate. Makes up this one, which is really good.
That is so good. Thanks, Dave. These are really good.
Yeah, thanks, man. Oh yeah, that's like a
wow.
That's like a juiced up Jolly Rancher right there.
Oh wow.
I mean, look at the rim of that glass. You can see the fruit in that. That's just
nice
crazy.
Wow. Yeah, that's.
I have not had a fruited sour that was that fruited before. So locally, there's a brewery called New Park Brewing, and they're known for their fruited sours. They do some. It's called a blender. They do some crazy stuff, and it all tastes really good. And it's fruited, but it's not like this. My favorite brewery currently on the planet Earth, at least that I've been associated with, is Levante Brewing out of Pennsylvania, and they do some crazy fruited sours as well, really good IPAs and other stuff. But yeah, even theirs doesn't have that much fruit in it. Like, that's ridiculous.
That's crazy.
This is really, really good, man, dude. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
This stuff's good. This stout is really flavorful.
So this is what the world looks like.
At Matt's height.
At Matt's height.
Yep.
Wow.
It's kind of
a whole new perspective of things. Like, I can't reach the top shelf. I can't touch the ceiling.
You won't have to worry about hitting your hand in the ceiling fan.
Yeah. I mean, I could jump and still not hit that. That's crazy. I get blinded by these lights that are... So we try to... I've been watching a lot of my own videos, not that I'm vain, but I've noticed that there's quite a halo around the edges, and you can see it when we do the lives. So we tried to angle the lights a little differently tonight. Hopefully we get rid of some of that halo effect for you and get some better picture. I also noticed that when we do shoot on the gray felt, that every time our hands go in and out of the picture, it kind of changes the color tone, and it kind of messes up what the snakes look like. So we're going to try to shoot on stainless tonight, see how that looks. That seems to look pretty accurate in some of the other videos and the couple times that we've done it. So we'll see what happens with that. We're going to try to stainless out and see how the animals look on stainless, and then kind of go from there. We do have 2 clutches that we're going to look at tonight. We're going to look at the blackhead clutch, and then we have the albino pied stuff that we'll take a peek at, and then we're going to cut some eggs. And the eggs that we'll be looking at tonight, or looking to cut tonight, is from a black pastel albino to a cinnamon candino albino. So we're looking for that ALS candino, so the cinnamon black pastel candino, which we would call the 4-ball. So hopefully it'll turn out purple and it will live up to its expectations.
Right.
So we'll see what happens.
So Northeast is saying that he's drinking the, excuse my French, everybody, the big ass money stout from Evil Twin Brewing.
Yes.
17.2%.
Yeah, I kind of missed that point, that figure when you showed me that picture earlier. But Evil Genius is located in Philly. They do some amazing beers. So they do Purple Monkey Dishwasher, and there's a bunch of them. So Purple Monkey Dishwasher is a peanut butter stout. They do all kind of crazy stuff. So if you're not familiar with them, give them a look up online. If you go into the package store, see if you can find their stuff. You won't be disappointed. Really good brews as well. Evil Genius.
Yeah, so he was also saying your drink looks like a daiquiri.
Yeah, it sure does, and it tastes really good. So I don't care what you call it. You can put fruit on it.
So
drink it.
cheers. Hopefully with these 4 eggs that we have, we hit what we're looking for.
All right, we're gonna start from the bottom up. So this is the first animal from the blackhead clutch. Now, the blackhead clutch was a pastel lesser yellow belly to a blackhead red gene. And when this animal hatched, it was really kind of blushed out, looked very different. I still think this is red gene, but I also think it is yellow belly. The belly is super clean. It does have the checkering for that yellow belly.
Oh, hold on. No problem. Fan's making a bunch of noise.
It's kind of toasty up here. We'll see how long that lasts.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the belly is really clean. Got some of the yellow belly markings going along the sides. Aside from that, I mean, it mostly looks yellow belly to me. I'm hoping something develops with this gene by itself. I did do some research and looked some of these red genes up, and to be honest, the single gene forms are pretty bland, to be honest. So this very well may end up being a red gene yellow belly, but we'll see with a little bit of time, see what happens. The eye stripes are super pencil thin, which I've not noticed on yellow bellies before, so that may be something that is related to red gene. Who knows? We'll see. And nothing crazy here. We've seen these a bunch of times. This is a pastel lesser. So good looking animal. Lots of good color coming down the sides. You get a lot of this good yellow. Really funky pattern though for just a pastel lesser. I think this pastel is really adding to a lot of the busyness going on here. But at least on the initial look, I don't see yellow belly. I don't see red gene. It's definitely not blackhead. So pastel lesser. Pretty cool looking. Little blushed out head.
You said it was a boy or a girl?
I didn't say.
Oh.
It's a boy. Both the last two are boys. So this is a female. This, I believe, is a lesser yellow belly red gene. So the overall extra blushing, and it's a red tone. I hope that comes through with the stainless background. I really believe that this animal, you can, I mean, if the camera's picking it up, has pretty good red tones to it, or rust tones anyway. It might have blackhead in there. I'm not 100% sure, but you can see along the bottom it gets pretty jagged, some irregularities there. So I'm pretty confident there's yellow belly in this. So lesser yellow belly, red gene, possible blackhead. So this is the first definitive blackhead. Come on, play nice in the sandbox. There we go. So that's a blackhead lesser, for sure. Possible yellow belly, and I'll show you in a minute, but a lot darker animal. Doesn't have quite the same red tones as like the previous animal. And when we roll this over here, I mean, there's some yellow belly stuff kind of going on there, but this side, it's kind of sketchy. So this might have the yellow belly in it, I'm not sure, but a really nice blackhead lesser male, possible yellow belly. He's kind of behaving, so I'm gonna leave him there. So this is a female. This one, we can see there's some similarities here. This, I believe, don't start. I think this is a blackhead lesser yellow belly. You can definitely see the yellow belly there for sure. Yeah, so there's no questioning the yellow belly. So I think that's adding to some of the color. If you look at these side by side, one's a little brighter than the other. Patterns changed a little bit, which yellow belly can do over here. And this is a female. So this is the first holdback of this clutch. Yeah,
Welcome, Dave.
Was definitely looking for the yellow belly stuff. Or the blackhead stuff for sure. To have yellow belly in it. Yep. Brr. This was the crazy one in the egg. This one here is a blackhead, pastel, yellow belly. This is a male. Really dark. Yeah, the contrast is crazy. And let's see, a lot of, like, you can see where these alien heads have been cut in half all along there. Here. Like all of them, they're like the alien head still exists and then it's just kind of cut in half. You definitely see the yellow belly along the bottom. Really good looking male. This is a fantastic looking steak. I was really hoping this one was going to be a female. But is what it is. So this will be available. And then we get into ridiculous. So this one here, this is a female, this is a holdback. This is a pastel, or at least what I believe is a pastel, lesser, yellow belly, red gene. The red tone on this animal is like, it's just crazy. It's not even coming through the camera, appropriate. She just... I don't know if you can really grab all that yellow belly on the camera there, but on the
can see it in
naked
there a little
eye,
bit.
you can definitely see it. She just looks so good. I can't wait to layer some OD on this. You know, I might put the ODYB pied to her and see what happens. Just to get like a recessive working in this, and I don't know, or maybe some clown stuff. I'm not sure yet, but
Yeah.
she looks phenomenal right now.
Yeah, whatever you decide, will look pretty good.
Yeah, I agree. So yeah, pastel, lesser, yellow belly, red jean, and the red jean is screaming. And the last one of this clutch, this girl just keeps pouring on the yellow and the highlights.
Yeah.
You know, I think this is the whole thing, to be honest. I think this is a pastel, lesser, yellow belly, blackhead, red jean. It has like the blushing tone of the red jean that's muted by the blackhead, and then the lesser yellow belly is just, you know, wrecking havoc on the pattern for sure. So, you know, I don't know definitively that that's everything that's in there, but based on what we've seen in the clutch, I'm pretty confident that this is the whole deal. I don't know. I guess time will tell when I breed her. It's a female, and she's going to hang out for a while, so
Right.
we'll see what happens. But, you know, nonetheless, a great-looking animal, great colors.
Yeah, Northeast was saying hopefully avoid lesser het pieds. It can isolate the red jean het pied combos. Lesser pieds are all white. And then Dan was saying they also tend to have small eyes also.
Yeah, so maybe we'll go the clown road. Just a nice looking picture of their head.
Yeah. Ooh, a little too close. Yeah.
All right, that's that clutch.
Yeah, the next clutch we'll go through pretty quick. There's so if you guys remember the last the albino pied clutch was a double head albino pied to an albino pied. I had 5 eggs. 3 went bad in the incubator.
I've never seen lesser enchi pied yet.
Yeah, that could be interesting.
The whiskey clutch.
So 3 went bad. It left me 2 eggs that were good. I ended up hitting an albino pied and a albino het pied. The albino het pied ended up coming out with a kink. So really only one snake to show you guys.
Well, you can show the kink snake. You can show them what it looks like.
Yeah, true.
I mean, it's a good looking snake. They haven't eaten yet. Neither one of them have eaten yet, but you know, I presume that they will. And but they both look really good.
So these were the 2 of the clutch. So 2 eggs, end up hitting the whole ordeal, and then hit the albino. As you can see right here, a little dimple in the spine.
Making it.
Can you see it?
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. See that little dimple right there in the spine? So,
I mean, if this animal ends up eating, it'll make a good pet kind of deal, and that's what I think it'll be. Is it'll have this little chink in the spine, but I don't think it's enough to keep it from eating and defecating. But again, that's not something that you would want to breed. But you know, it is what it is.
right. And then the creme de la creme is what they would say, right? So albino pied female. She looks really good.
Yeah.
And plenty of pattern, just enough to tell that it's a pied.
Just enough. Like the whole snake is almost patterned. There's more than enough to tell it's a pied.
Just enough, just enough white, and then that head.
Yeah, Dave, I agree, and I love this head stamp. I mean, that just looks so good.
Come here. But yeah. So yeah, that was that clutch. Not very many snakes out of that clutch. So who all wants to see? Some
Nice
eggs?
save.
Oh, catching the snake.
Yeah,
before it fell off the table.
northeast. Yeah, nice save.
Who wants to see some egg
No,
cutting?
they came here to watch us drink beer.
I could do that too. All right, so go over the clutch again. It's a black pastel albino to a cinnamon candino. So a cinnamon and a black pastel together makes the 8-ball. So hopefully, if the candino hits, it's an all-purple snake. That's where we got the 4-ball from. So I'm gonna grab our scissors. And do you guys want me to number these things and see, and then go from there, or do you guys just want to see cutting?
Moldy. I think most of them, all but one, are all boob eggs.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, we got number 3.
Boob, and
cut. Number 2.
Oh, so we're gonna number.
I think they're guessing on which one is going to be. You go like from this side to
1,
that
2, 4.
side, 1 to 4, and they're guessing on which one has all the stuff. Isn't it true that candino can be hard to tell until a few sheds?
Yeah.
If you get a purple, that would be sick. Best of all luck. So yes and no. So there is a trick to identifying candinos earlier on, and it's in the eyes. We won't be able to see that here. So hopefully, once these guys all shed out, we'll probably do a recorded update on this clutch, and hopefully we'll be able to see if there's some differences in the eyes. The candinos themselves tend to have dark ruby eyes, and the regular albinos tend to have a brighter, almost like a clear, transparent pink eye, or a typical, albino eye. So, yes, some differences, but very, very slight, and you would have to know what you're looking for and have differences in the clutch. So,
Right.
If you hit all albinos, you could just be guessing to high heaven.
Right. So, I guess what I'm gonna do.
So,
being
well,
I
I need the black pen.
I was gonna say, being I have 3 boob eggs, I can go with the non-boob egg.
And going 1, 2, 3, 4, and we have 3, 2 for 2, 3. All right, so right now we're kind of tied. We have no guesses for number 1 having everything. We have 2 guesses for number 2, 2 guesses for number 3, and 0 for number 4, and we're going to cut some eggs. So
right.
You pick whatever you want to go with. As you like to do the guessing game.
Sometimes I do, deuces wild and like card games, so let's go with number 2.
Four would be the 4-ball from Dave.
For the 4-ball?
Dave, yep, 4 for the 4-ball. Now, worst we can do with these is just albino. And then black pastel albino, cinnamon albino. And then, so if we look in here.
Kinked like no other.
Yeah, that's ugly. And again, these guys were incubated. Wow, that's really effed up.
Yeah.
These guys, it's got a weird dot on the side there. Yeah, that's some craziness. These guys were incubated in the same manner that I did my cinnamon stuff earlier this season, and in which they did fine, and we cut them on day 55, just like we're doing here.
So that was more likely the
and that's all
super form.
Yeah, and that's all white. So that's a super form there. So again, that could be the whole banger. That could be the 4-ball. But we're never going to tell because I'm pretty sure that ain't going to make it out the egg.
Nope. All right, so I guess number 3 was the next one that had 2 votes. So
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly.
that's an albino.
Yeah, that's a nice albino, and I think that's just an albino.
Doesn't look kinked at all.
No, it looks good, but I don't see black pastel. I don't see cinnamon.
Yeah, you don't get that deep orange that you get from either one of those. So.
Right.
And what do we have? What did you vote number 4?
Dave voted
says
number
4.
4, and then we have the lonely number 1.
All right. Well, Beans Dave voted everything in that one. Let's go ahead and we'll save that one for last.
And we've done this pairing before and had the same issue where we've hit the super and it just didn't make it out of the egg. So it's like we're just not meant to get it.
Damn it.
So again, the super form again, but kinked to high heaven. So again, just more problems. Wow. This
clutch
may not be meant to be.
It's just avoiding me like any other.
So we're running the same temps that we've ran the other 33 clutches through this season. We run the incubator at an air temp of 90, which puts the temp inside the tubs at about 88, 89. And then with the Super Cine in this particular clutch, the Black Pastel Cinnamon, we put them at the very bottom of the clutch, of the incubator rather, and they sit on like it's a metal or stainless lined incubator. So they're conducting some heat. So I haven't measured it, but I imagine it's probably running about a degree less. So somewhere around 87, 88 degrees. And I produced 3 Super Cines in this incubator at this temperature this season and had zero problems. So you give me another super?
Yeah, 3 supers.
And that one's kinked too.
Yeah, that one's kinked.
Is that one kinked?
Yep.
Yeah, that one's kinked.
I think. Hold on. I'm trying to get it to straighten out its body.
I mean, that's the better looking of the...
Yeah, Yep, it's kinked.
Wow. So
3 supers.
How about those odds? You hit 3 supers. Well, at this point, I mean, even if it's a temperature differential, I mean, I would still think that we're only like 3 days away. Yeah, and I guess maybe some color didn't come in. I mean, we're not going to throw these away at this point. We're going to, let them go their course and see what happens in the incubator. But I don't think, to be honest, that much is going to come of these. I really think we hit 3 supers here, and
we'll have 1 surviving.
And that's why, again, that's why we're seeing all the kink. Yeah, thank you guys. Yeah, it really sucks. I mean, you're shooting for a long shot animal, and that's known to have issues. To hit 3 of them. I mean, that's great odds, and then have all 3 kinked, man. It just kind of stinks. Yeah, I don't know if I honestly, like, and I said we did this pairing once before, and we hit 2 in that clutch, and they both didn't make it. So this makes now 5 animals that are so kinked that they're not. It doesn't look like they're gonna make it to any point of being worth anything. So I don't know that I would do this pairing again.
No.
And that's just my opinion. So
yeah, we're really trying to get the Candino stuff off the ground, because we have 1 Cinnamon Candino boy. That's the only male we have. So I was really hoping to do the the Black Pastel Cinnamon mixture, just so that way it helped bring in some more contrast and stuff when I bred it to other albinos.
So do you think, Dave, that's going to matter that much, to be honest? I mean, using a Barnhart line of Black Pastel,
I mean, it's still black pastel, and if that's allelic, I mean, you still run into the same issues, at least from what I would see.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess it might make a difference. I mean, I'm not really sure. So
So I guess I'll just have to figure a different route. Figure out which way I'm going to go with that.
well, yeah, we'll have to do like a true super form instead of because it's been the same. Now it may not be the pairing; it could be just the animals because it's been the same animals together that have produced this stuff that we've had problems with. So maybe we need a different female or a different male to kind of make some of this happen. But
Yeah, they're just like that one is really foobarred.
huh? Well, that's good to hear. At least his line seems to be, for the most part, has far fewer less issues than at least from what Dave has heard and seen anyway.
Yeah,
And
I'm not sure which line of black pastel I have. I'll have to go back to the breeder that I got her from and see if they know. Um, yeah, that's a real kick in the junk for the very last clutch of the season.
yeah, that really kind of stinks.
Yeah, so for you guys that are watching, you kind of get to see the downside of breeding. You don't always get what you're looking for. You always don't get a well formed snake. You do get your deformities every so often. Man. And I don't think we only have a couple albinos that we can put that boy to, so we have to. I don't think. I do have albino pied stuff, but maybe that'll be a thing down the road. I don't know. I gotta figure it out. But we do have at least one surviving albino. Maybe if we're lucky enough, it'll turn into a Candino.
Bring out Minnie to lighten the mood.
I can definitely do that. Definitely need. I need a drink.
No, you have one. Imagine that. Yeah, well, I mean, we do have the mahogany albino, and he's definitely going to be, put to work. I don't think this is a problem with one or the other animals. I think either just together that those two animals don't work, or that this combination is, it's not, well, it's not like Super Spider where it's fatal, but it could be somewhere along those lines where this combo is just so difficult because I had made, three super cinnamons this season in that incubator with no issues at all, no kinks, no problems. So,
Stop hiding your head.
yeah, she's got a little of that repti chip like dust on her.
Stuck
You
to
can
the
see
bug.
that head. There it is. There's that head.
There it is.
I think it's the combo and not the pairing.
Yeah, I think it's just this, getting the trying to hit the 8 ball.
However, it could be the pairing. It could just be that those two animals, really just shouldn't go together.
Yeah.
It's hard to say. I won't put them together again, but we'll have to.
That's a good girl, Minnie. Just hang out in the hand.
Possibly find like a black pastel Candino male, grow him up, and then put him to the black pastel and make the 4-ball that way. Or buy a Cinnamon Candino female and put him to the male we have and make it that way. So
Right.
one or the other. Yeah, I love that head stamp. That was crazy.
I can show off one male or one snake that I truly enjoy that'll kind of lighten the mood itself too. It's one that we produced earlier this year.
how's Matt's black pin pied doing?
I will show that to you here in a minute. This girl, I can't get enough to staring at her. Here, pop your head out.
Yeah, she just shed too.
There we go. There's the head. So
It'd work better if she looked this way.
look that way. There you go. No, not that far. Come on. Yeah, of course you're gonna hide. There we go. So this is our Hidden Gene Walnut Granite Yellow Belly Mahogany, 100% het albino. I just love the way that mahogany and Hidden Gene Walnut work together. Like this head, I've heard from a few people, kind of gives like that clownish look to it. And this is probably one of my, probably in my top 5 for what I produced this year. Oh yeah, you gotta show that boy off.
Oh, we were asked. So, yes, here's a pied.
And I'll bring another pied and I'll put it right next to it.
Yeah, that's for the black pin pied.
Yep.
This is an ODYB pied. Just crazy color. The yellow belly is just so apparent. You know, sometimes you have to guess and question. I mean, this animal is just insane.
There she is. Black pin pied het albino.
No Gene X. And well, Dave, it's funny you mentioned that. It came out of a Gene X clutch, but sold as an ODYB. And there was another one labeled as Gene X side by side, and that animal was a bit more yellow as opposed to orange. So I'm gonna guess no, but I don't know anything about Gene X, so I couldn't tell you.
You're so dirty. You got girl brown. You're in shed. I'm not gonna show her. She's in shed. Got that shed look. We'll do it regular hide.
Yeah, she's starting to stack it on. She hit a little clip where she didn't like to eat, so she's a little slow to get going. Here's another pied here. This is extremely low white. She is going into shed, or just coming out of it.
Yeah, so you get a little bit of that white there on the belly.
You know, there's almost no white down the dorsal. Well, there is 0 white down the dorsal. That would be the only place that the white pinches over. So, like, you can't get, like, if you, like, pattern in your pieds, like, yeah. What's going on, Jerry? Welcome.
And then,
We already cut. We're kind of had a travesty of a clutch, and we are just reviewing some snakes.
some more pied stuff.
Yep, wanted to look at some pieds.
Our albino pied we produced last year, female.
Yep, looks good.
Yeah, so a few little pied things that we can show off. Hold on, we got more pieds.
Yep. Well, there's even. Yeah, that one doesn't really look like a pied. Yeah,
Yeah,
she just shed too.
The next one below it is better.
Yeah, but not more powerful.
No, but looks really
The other one is more powerful.
There we go. She looks cool. If I can get her out of there. Yeah.
Pile of pieds. What's up, Marshall? That's gotta suck. You mean you had to sit there, or you have a chance of not paying? So this animal here, this one is a pastel inchy leopard yellow belly pied. She was produced. She's a mini sister, so she actually grabbed everything in the clutch except for 1 dose of yellow belly. So, and that is a pretty classic head stamp for that quad.
I think that's what
And this double line here, that's pretty classic for leopard. Leopard will do that. There's a lot of other stuff in play here on this animal that is kind of impacting some of this stuff, so that it makes it hard to see some things. There's hints of a lightning bolt. Yeah, it's tough, but that head stamp kind of gives it all away. And then, yeah, no, that's not an ivory. That's not a fire. That is a pastel leopard ivory pied. Ivory pieds tend to have very little pattern. Leopard really doesn't help in bringing anything back, obviously, and neither does pastel. If this had inchy in it, we might be able to see more hints, but you get a hint of a saddle, hint of a saddle, hint of another saddle.
She just wants to come up with
But either way, this animal is crazy, crazy powerful. Thanks, Marshall. I appreciate it.
pile of pads.
I do happen to have a female yellow belly pied available. Well, how did you know, sir? Let me grab that for you. I'll look at these guys. Put away. Come on, get in there. Stop fighting me.
Come on, get in there.
So that crazy saddle right there is like screams yellow belly. There's the back of the head and has a kind of a cool little W pattern there, or an M, depending which way your fancy is. Well, I would show you, Jerry, but Matt put her away already.
Which one?
We'll probably pull her out.
The ivory?
The pastel leopard ivory pied. I just know how I know. What's going on, Mason? How I know that there is leopard in there, and I'll show you. So this head stamp, I also think there might be Enchi. However, with the saddles that are on here, it's probably not. But the purples that are coming through, and you kind of get this butterfly effect here. That's pretty classic for pastel leopard yellow belly. It's really subdued because of the double dose of yellow belly and the pied having some impact there. But that is pretty definitive of pastel leopard ivory pied. And then just back to a really nice yellow belly. Keeps trying to call me here. Normally I have my phone shut off, but I don't usually get phone calls repetitively. So I apologize about that. So, nice looking animal. She looks hungry. All right, couple more?
Yeah, a couple of xanthic stuff that we produced. So,
You're welcome, Jerry.
I believe this to be a hidden genwoma, pastel, black pastel, granite, xanthic. I really can't tell if there's any yellow belly. There's really not much really popping in through the bottom. But all the lines around here are so defined. I have another one. I'm going to grab that one too.
We'll talk about behaving. Well, it's even holding the pose. Must be related to Madonna.
Do a pose.
Strike a pose. Let's get to it.
So this one here, if you look up here, the blacks don't really stand out and not as bold. You kind of get that brown faded look here at the top compared to this one where like the black continues to be bold at the top. I think this one may not have the granite in it. Because we had made a pastel yellow belly
The pose
granite.
has been struck. Yes, sir, Marshall, it sure has. And he is holding true and not going to move an inch. I wish they all complied this well.
I know, right? We had produced a pastel yellow belly granite that the colors were so off the chart. We had another pastel yellow belly in there, and they looked totally different. So I think the granite may be an effect in this one. This one, not so much. There could be a possibility it's in there. I just couldn't tell you if it is or not. This boy is available. This is our whole pack.
Yeah, Lou Balls is on here. He did a a live YouTube egg cutting.
Oh,
Yeah, Mason, we did. We'll review them really quick here in a minute.
What's that?
Lou Balls did a live egg cutting. If you haven't seen that, you got to go back and check that out. Head-to-head pairing, and like, holy cow, you want to talk about odds? You don't get any better odds than that. It was just like, it was off the chart. For real, crazy, off the chart. So, it won't take two of us, but I'll review these real quick. Well, yeah, maybe you should do that.
Yeah.
Just to kind of review these real quick. And then...
All right. So, 3 kinked snakes and 1 nut.
Well,
I'll go over it.
what's the pairing and like kind of let's do this.
I'm gonna go over it. Black Pastel Albino to Cinnamon Candino. So we were trying to hit the 8-ball version Candino, which we were calling the 4-ball. We hit the super form on 3 of the snakes. Unfortunately, all 3 snakes came out kinked. So this one is probably the worst of them all. Looks really, really bad.
Cool freckle if it would have come out with that, but
right.
yeah.
This is one of the other kinked, and then the other kinked. Not so bad in this one. It has minor kinks in it, but
so we hit the super 3 times out of 4 eggs, which is phenomenal. But
and then we hit an albino, possible Candino. We'll find out.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, probably the second to worst clutch of the season, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It just kind of stinks. But
Yeah, and honestly, like I was hoping to hit the Black Pastel Cinnamon Candino, but I was also hoping, maybe 1 or 2 eggs with that, and then I was hoping to hit possibly like a Black Pastel Candino female, so that way we at least have a female Candino in house. Sucks as the last clutch of the year, but that's how the dice roll sometimes. So what I have here is these are both black pewters. This one, as you can see, has all the yellows and brownish, like lighter yellow colors, which Xanthic tends to take the yellows and the reds out. This one doesn't have that color, so we have a black pewter Xanthic and a black pewter 66% het Xanthic. This is a boy. He is available. This is... Look at the bin. That is also a boy. I hit a lot of boys in this clutch. All the Xanthics in this clutch were all boys. No female Xanthics. Anything you want me to bring in front of the camera, Jim?
I don't think so, man. I'm about done. We're 50 minutes in, and I think we've covered pretty much everything. So
I think so. Anybody have any questions or comments or anything that they would like to talk about for a few minutes?
What line is the Xanthic again?
SK. So
or TSK, the Snake Keeper line.
Yep. So the one thing I have noticed with the Black Pastel being in the Xanthic line, it does seem to tend to dark out very well, or a lot. So you don't really get that black and white kind of contrast that you would get with Xanthic. But my plan is with the Black Pastel stuff, I'm trying to work that into the snow project, so that way when I do the albino Xanthic stuff, try to get the Black Pastel in there to try to bring a little bit more of that contrast back into the snows. Because with regular snows, you really don't see a whole lot of pattern. Like you'll see it kind of strong as a baby, but as they get older, it kind of fades away. It's a lot stronger in the lavender snows. You get more of that purple to dark kind of contrast. So I want to bring some more of that contrast into the albino version of it, not the lavender. Well, I want to do lavender and albino, so both.
That's pretty cool, Mason. Did you ever go visit? I mean, are you close enough to stop in and say, "Hey, let me see you cut some eggs"?
Where's that?
They live right near Snake Keeper.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's near, from how I read it. So I don't know what near means, but maybe that's, 30 minutes down the road. Maybe it's 2 hours down the road. I'm not sure.
Right.
But yeah, I don't got anything else. And there's nothing else really coming through here, so.
All right. So, our final live feed of the year. I don't think we don't have, unless we just do a random live feed that we're just gonna randomly do. Our last egg cutting of the season. That's it for 2020. We are done. So this last clutch kind of goes along with how 2020 has been this year. So
yeah, you're welcome, Dave.
yeah, and big shout out to Baller's Garage, Dave. He's on here with us. Makes some incredible racks. Dude is busy. So if you guys want racks, contact him. And he also produces some pretty good looking snakes too. So I like the shirt, like the color. Part of the
Yeah, thanks guys. We appreciate all that. Really do. It's been fun this year. We kind of completely went away from doing anything recorded, and pretty much from January until now. So we've done a solid 10 months of all live stream.
That's crazy.
With the exception of a couple videos. And, one of the things I've noticed is that YouTube doesn't put live streams in the algorithm. So our stuff doesn't get, all these lives don't get fed anywhere for followers or anything like that. So, the fact that we even reach 1,500 followers doing live streams is kind of like ridiculous. But
well, that explains why it took so long.
Yeah, it took a forever and a day because we've been doing this longer than a year. We've been doing this longer than 10 months. We did this probably for the second half of last year and all of this year.
Yep.
We've done some recorded stuff in between there, but yeah, it's been a stretch, and yeah, it's really all YouTube feeds on is recorded videos. Yep. If I go back and I look at my recent videos, the live streams don't even show up. So, okay, Mason. Now you have my ear. We're gonna have to have a conversation because I don't even know what that means.
What did he comment?
He said I should just make a video of the live stream. I assumed I was doing that by, accepting it and posting it out there. So, I don't know what else I would have to do as far as that.
Yeah.
Jerry's working on the Dreamsicle VPI snow.
Okay, yeah.
Nice triple.
Yeah, there'll be some good looking stuff.
Yeah. We got some snow stuff in the works, so we'll see what happens. And some lab snow stuff in the works.
Yep.
Yeah. But that really kind of does it for me. I'm pretty much done here. I'm sweating like crazy. I got to turn the fans back on.
And we got an early morning for work.
Yeah, that's a fair point. So I don't even know when to tell you to check out. We don't have anything else to cut, but we're going to have to figure out to do some recordings and get some stuff up as far as content for you guys. We have been recording the construction of the rat building, so I will be compiling that once it's complete. I'll shoot some final footage, and that will probably be probably not the next video, but coming up soon. But that'll be pretty good to look at. So. Yeah, there will be some updates. Pretty much seen every update clutch is with the exception of this one, so this will be horrific. We'll probably skip that, but yeah, we'll have to get creative and maybe do some of our holdback stuff and available videos and different things like that. So there'll definitely be some stuff coming. Yep, pairings for next year, all that stuff, which we've already started doing all that. We've been working on pairings for the next go around probably since June. So
and I think our count is 75
pairings for next year.
Yeah, so we went from like 40, 45, something like that, to now 70. So a lot of stuff in the works, and some of the stuff I'm pretty excited about.
Yeah, me too, but there's a lot of snakes still for sale, so y'all got to get to work. That's what I'm saying. Buy one, get one free. Anyway, that's about it for us. We'll check you guys out. Well, you'll check us out, and we'll talk to you guys later. Peace.
Peace.